Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with Bristow, the longest-serving helicopter provider in the industry. With more than 70 years of experience, our first priority is safety. We appreciate your attention while we review and demonstrate the safety features of the S76. For everyone's safety, you are required to follow all crew member instructions and comply with the posted, placarded, and lighted information signs. Federal regulations prohibit smoking, including e-cigarettes, or using smokeless tobacco on board any Bristow aircraft. Hearing protection is required, and all electronic devices need to be placed in airplane mode or turned off prior to departure. Bristow requires the wearing of life vests on all overwater flights. To don a vest, begin by standing, then slip the vest around your shoulders and place your arms through the holes. Next, zip up the vest fully and fasten the buckle on the front. Adjust to fit with the straps located on each side of the vest under your arms. If equipped, attach the leg straps to the buckles and adjust the straps so they are snug but comfortable. Roll up any excess leg strapping and secure it to the attached Velcro straps. If required to inflate your vest, pull down on either of the red beaded handles. Vests may also be inflated by blowing into the tubes located at shoulder level. Life vests vary in color and design. Please check with a crew member if you have any questions. Warning: do not inflate your vest while inside of the aircraft. When boarding, a crew member, ground handler, or helicopter landing officer will assist you. Watch for a crew member's hand signals and follow their instructions before entering or exiting the rotor system. Approach the aircraft from the side, remaining in clear view of the pilots, and always keep a safe distance away from the tail rotor. Also, be aware of the main and tail rotor clearances while walking up helideck stairs or when approaching and departing the aircraft on the uphill side of sloping terrain. You will board the aircraft through one of the main cabin doors. To enter the two aft rows of seats, pull the main cabin door handle up and swing the door open. To enter the front row of seats, you must enter through the pilot or co-pilot doors. Take care not to interfere with the flight controls or the crew members. If you are sitting in the front row of seats, avoid putting your feet on the left-hand co-pilot collective control located on the floor to the left of the seat. Your luggage will be loaded in the rear cargo compartment and placed neatly underneath the netting for security. Items greater than 3 feet in length must be carried level with the ground to avoid contact with the main rotor blades. When seated, do not place items underneath the seats and take care not to lean or rest your head against the cabin window, as that may cause the window to pop out. Before we taxi, your seatbelt must be securely fastened and remain on for the duration of the flight. To fasten, pull each shoulder harness over your shoulders and align the metal slats side by side, ensuring not to cross the straps. Then, insert the metal clip through the shoulder harness slats to the buckle on the other side and tighten as required. To release, simply lift the metal tab on the buckle. Never remove your seatbelt until advised it is safe to do so. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, follow all crew member instructions. When told to brace, prepare yourself by pressing your upper torso firmly against the back of the seat, grasping the forward edge, and placing both feet flat on the floor. If you are in a forward-facing seat, tuck your chin against your chest. In the event of an emergency landing, the emergency exits are the 4 main doors and the passenger door windows. To jettison the door, first unlock the door by pulling up on the door lock. Next, remove the plastic cover on the door jettison handle and pull the handle out and up. Finally, push out on the door and it will fall away. To open a window in an emergency, forcefully push on the corners of the windows until they pop out. Life rafts are located in pods underneath each passenger door on both sides of the aircraft. Normally, they are deployed by the pilots in the event of an emergency water landing, but they may also be deployed manually by personnel in the water. At the forward end of the life raft pod is located an access door with a red decal that reads "Lift here" for raft release handle. Remove the door by lifting at the raised lip to allow access to the D-ring deployment handle. Pull this handle straight out to the limit of travel, approximately 1 to 2 inches, to deploy and inflate the life raft. To deploy both life rafts, each handle must be pulled separately. Do not activate a life raft unless instructed to do so by a crew member, and only activate the raft once the helicopter has landed on the water. For all emergency evacuations, ensure it is safe to exit the aircraft by verifying that all motion has stopped, your path is clear of fire or other hazards, and the rotor blades are no longer turning. For those passengers who have attended helicopter underwater egress training, remember to have a reference point. As a reminder, never inflate your vest inside the aircraft. A fire extinguisher and first aid kit are located under the front row cabin seating. there is an additional fire extinguisher on the right side of the column between the pilots. To operate the extinguisher, remove it from its mount, and remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle low, then squeeze the handle to release the agent, and sweep in a side-to-side motion at the base of the fire. Do not activate a fire extinguisher unless instructed to do so by a crew member. Once you have arrived at your destination, keep your seatbelt fastened until told it is safe to exit. When exiting, follow crew member or helicopter landing officer instructions and remain in clear view of the pilot. A crew member or helicopter landing officer will retrieve your baggage and operate any cabin or baggage doors. Thank you for listening. We'll be boarding the aircraft shortly. Now is a good time to secure or stow any loose items. Once on board, review the passenger safety briefing cards located throughout the aircraft. If at any time you have a safety concern or question, please feel free to speak with a crew member. In today's market, there is no substitute for professionalism. Bristow's pilots, maintenance technicians, and ground support personnel are all dedicated to being the best in the business and remain committed to safety first and service excellence. On behalf of the entire Bristow team, thank you for your attention. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight.